Hello there guys, it's Fixatedspace from TV Tactics and I'm bringing you the PS4 review. So yesterday we had a brief review from Sony introducing the new PS4 with a few system specs, what the controller is going to be like, and the PS4i, which is another version for, let's say, like the Kinect with Xbox, but not so much like the Xbox Kinect. I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into the specs here. So what we've got, with a Radeon GPU comprised of 18 compute units. That's pretty big. It will also still include the Blu-ray drive, so obviously we're going to still watch the Blu-ray DVDs on it as well, and the games will still obviously be made in Blu-ray. And it also stocks an 8GB RAM of the GDDR5 RAMs, capable of 176 gig a second of bandwidth. So a big difference to its past console. Unfortunately, there's not a lot to go on how much storage we're going to get, but with the actual system specs that it's pumping out at the moment that we know of, I'm not surprised if it's going to be at least half a terabyte to a terabyte. I wouldn't be surprised. Going on how much it would cost for all this as well, I'm gonna say 300. I mean, if you're putting all that in there, and you say half a terabyte of hard drive, this is going to be like buying a computer, like a PC desktop. So I'm just going to throw that out there. I personally think it's going to be between 3 and 4. Is that too much money? It all depends on, you know, people's opinions about how much a console should be, but I think 300 is probably like a nice price for this console with all those specs it's got in. So if 400, you know, is still a little bit, you know, a little bit more expensive, but then again, for all of that, it is going to cost that. Moving on to the DualShock 4 controller. Now, it's got integrated touchpads, it's got a share button, it's got LED player identifiers, a headset jack, and the layout is still pretty similar to all the previous consoles that they've done, and they do stick to that, which is pretty cool because you get comfortable with one controller. For them to be keeping that is pretty cool for the people that buy and are used to the. It's also said that it's going to be a lot heavier than the other controllers. The PS3 controllers weren't that heavy, but you could feel the weight, so it's going to be a tiny bit more weight to it, which is probably obvious from what they're packing into it. And the LED screen, now it's going to represent in-game statistics and stuff like health and all that. Is that going to be a good thing? In my opinion, I barely stare at the controller. I mean, if you are playing a game and you're really that into it, you're not going to be looking at the controller as much. I don't think I ever look at the controller. Like, maybe when I first started playing consoles I did, because, you know, you're getting used to the buttons and stuff, but I never really do look at the controller. I just pick it up and I just stare at the screen. So I'm not sure, you know, your eye direction is going to be like useful for this LED screen. I'm not sure, but once again, it's just my opinion. And they've also brought out the PlayStation 4i, which obviously is a huge upgrade from the PlayStation I they had before. And apparently it's going to record you. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like a sensor or just recording yourself. I'm not sure. There wasn't too much details released on this, so I'm not sure about that. But looking at it, it looks pretty weird to look at. It looks like it appears to have two cameras. I'm not sure about that either. So not a lot of news on that at the moment. Now, unfortunately, this was just a brief review that they brought out. They didn't bring out any pictures of what the console may look like or anything else like that. It was more of what the PS4 could do. Like other people, I was expecting a little bit more, like at least one picture of the console, maybe. That would have been good, just so we can all clarify on what it actually looks like. Because even over the past year or so, year or 2 years, everyone's just build up this image that leaked images, and it's not that. It's not going to look like that at all. There's so many images out there, so I think an image would have been cool of the console, of the final product. Another thing I wanted to talk about was how the PS4 and all other consoles are slowly beginning to become computers rather than consoles. My opinion on this, I did like the difference. Like, you can pick either PC or console, like Xbox and PlayStation, but they're slowly becoming to work like a computer. Now, they already said that in the design, the window is going to be like a computer. So yeah, my opinion, I did like the difference between the consoles and the PC. The console, you just sort of jumped on, put a game in and played it, and then like the PC, you had a little bit more control. But yeah, they're slowly coming together. There's not really a lot of differences anymore, spec wise and processing wise. Which leads me on to the next thing I'm about to say, is they're bringing out Diablo 3 on PS3 and PS4. So once again, this is a PC game that they've managed to run on a console with the system specs they've now pumped into this. So that's going to open up a whole lot more of games available to the PS4. All the PC games that you could get but you can't get on the console, maybe this is a new feature where you got the console and you're able to play the PC games. Maybe this is the start of actually playing PC games on our consoles rather than the PC, which is obviously a lot harder on a PS4 controller, as you do use the mouse and keyboard. But like the PS3, you can use the mouse and keyboard on the console for typing and stuff and moving the cursor. So to sum up this review, if you didn't see the review, I shall link it into the description below. I will be doing the Xbox 720 review as soon as it comes out, and then I'm a little bit more psyched for the PS4 at the moment rather than the Xbox 720, because the PlayStation 3 was a little bit of a disappointment graphics wise and just social wise with the gaming industry. And I do prefer the Xbox because how its simplicity to play with your friends and do whatever. But we'll soon know what Xbox 720 soon has to bring, and it will probably be fairly similar, like they always have done. And I will be doing updates of the PS4 review as they come, like new images for the console, new features they publish, and a release date. Now, the release date they said in the review is holiday 2013. Now, to me, that's what, summer? It sounds summerish, at the end of summer maybe. I don't know. So as soon as they come available to me, I shall publish those for you on our YouTube as well for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this review of the PlayStation 4, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on my next video.